communications, advertising, and marketing. And at glance might seem worlds apart. So he spent a significant portion of his career in the PR sector. He has worked with as a service manager, serving and supporting the social services department, where he worked on the Pan London initiative, assisting local governments with looked after children and unaccompanied child immigrants seeking asylum in the UK. Transitioning into a private sector, he moved into IT, serving as a systems coordinator or administrator super user, where he firsthand saw how people don't really care about their online presence. So this experience laid the groundwork for the entrepreneurial venture that gave birth to Topley Holdings, which owns Toplogical, a managed security service provider company. And I'm going to introduce him now, the CEO of Topley Holdings, Mr. Franklin. Could you take over?
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, all. Thank you very much. That's a good one. I don't think I've ever been honored that way. Anyway, well, I appreciate you. I think we have so much to learn, but this is just a bit of it.
Yes.
Cybersecurity is a very wide and open thing now. It's a new thing because of the IoT, Internet of Things. So many things are connected to each other, and everybody has to be very, very, very aware of the environment, especially the cyberspace. And to be aware is for you to take cognizance of what you do online. The internet never forgets. Aside that, the other people who are always looking after harming us, they are there on the cyberspace. Well, if you don't mind, I would like to share my screen, and we can take it up from there so you can see what I'm also doing. Can you all see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sure, we can.
All right, thank you. Well, today we're talking about opportunities in cybersecurity, and I put it a kind of a subtitle as a thrilling career path. Very, very thrilling. It's good and intriguing as well. Well, the topic, of course, is opportunities in cybersecurity, and I'm thrilled to be here today to talk about the exciting world of cybersecurity and the incredible opportunities it holds for those looking to make a career change or break into the IT industry. I'm sure some of you are probably in IT or from other professions, just like I moved into IT because I love it right from the beginning anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to this presentation. And of course, it's on the wonders of cybersecurity. So please strap in because we're about to take a wide ride through the digital jungle where hackers, we call them black hat hackers because we have white hat hackers. So we call them black hat hackers. They are superheroes and the fate of the world hangs in the balance. But they may be superheroes for once, they won't always be superheroes because people like me, other people in the cybersecurity world, we're trying to see how we can curb their excesses in the cyberspace. So today, I'll rather crown the cybersecurity experts as the superheroes of the digital age, which means the black hackers are not. They may claim to be superheroes because they do bad things, but the main and the crowned superheroes in the digital age are the cybersecurity experts who are making things happen, doing better things to curb the excesses of the black hat hackers. So yeah, now I know what you guys are thinking. Of course, you're thinking cybersecurity. That sounds like watching the paint dry, like people will say where I come from. Well, not really. Why? Because it's an exciting world. We all know www. Which means today we're all talking about cybersecurity, most especially the opportunities therein that abound in the digital world. When the World Wide Web started, not many people were able to, because number one, the domain names were expensive, very few of it. Number two, not many people have access to computers or the smartphones that we all have now. Yes, there was cellular, but those cellular was those very heavy thing. The connectivity were not as wide and spread as it was now, because we're in the digital age. So as you all know, the world is now a digital village, and Yorubas will call it Ayelujara. That's for the people who understand that. But for those who don't, Ayelujara means it's a digital village, which means you can reach anywhere, anytime, at any point in time, wherever you are. So it's like stretching your hand from here to touch America while you buy things on Amazon, to touch UK while you do things on eBay and all that. So that is referring to the World Wide Web, which we all know as www. As well as the Internet of Things, whereby everything is connected to each other. We all know why that is it now. So what is cybersecurity? This is just a small, a very basic definition of cybersecurity. And this is, just give me a moment, let me move this away from there. Of course, cybersecurity is the practice of protecting systems, networks, infrastructures, and programs from digital attacks and threats. It's the digital fortress that keeps our online world safe and secure. And it's the key to unlocking a future where we can all surf web without fear of being hacked, scammed, or digitally held for ransom, which is what the ransomware people do. I'm sure we understand the basic meaning of cybersecurity now, because cyber is the space, and of course the security part of it is what the people are trying to make it safe, what they do. So it seems now in the digital age that everything relies on computers and the internet for communication. We all know email, smartphones, tablets, entertainment, interactive, the social media, everywhere, the apps, everything you have on your handheld. Transportation, even the transportation is connected because of IoT. Navigation system for planes, for ships and trains. And we have driverless trains here and there. Now driverless cars are coming up. Then the online shopping you do with your credit card. The POS, which is supposed to be an NFC technology where you just tap to pay, to make payments. The medicine, the medical equipment like your hand wristbands, telephone, or what's it called? The watch, the smart watches that monitor your health. And all these are linked to the IoT. And anything that you can put your data on that is on the cyberspace is hackable, which means people can access it. That's why government is so concerned about data protection, cybersecurity, because the cyberspace is an open space, just like an open field without a fence. So how much of your daily life relies on technology? We all know you can't do without a telephone. Even if you sleep, you wake up, the first thing you pick is your mobile phone. You want to sleep at night, the last thing you see is your mobile phone. So how much of your personal information is stored either on your computer, smartphone, tablet, on anyone's else? Everything you buy online, they ask you for your details. You put in your email, your username, and of course, they use that to market other things to you. So they monitor whatever you do. Yes, they said, sign in, agree to our terms, which sometimes you do because you need it. So all these personal information are stored somewhere. Am I still communicating? Yep, okay. Now, why cybersecurity? You might be wondering, well, why should I consider a career in cybersecurity? Well, let me tell you, it's not just about protecting against cyber attacks. No. It's about being on the front lines of the digital revolution. And of course, cybersecurity professionals are the digital superheroes, like I mentioned at the beginning, the guardians of our online world and the ones who keep our data, our systems, and our businesses safe. So if you're asking yourself, why of all IT departments or all IT professionals, why do I want to go into cybersecurity? I actually didn't study cybersecurity per se, but I have an MSc in IT security management, which means I can now, just like doctors, when you study MMBS or whatever they do, you now have to veer into a professional or into the specialty area. So I'll say my specialty area in this IT security management is cybersecurity. I chose it because I have passion for it, because I love it. So the professionals are the ones keeping our systems and our data, of course, businesses very, very safe. Yes, just like I had the last presenter says, you can go online to search for anything, definitely. Anything, Google it. Anything, Google it. Yeah, which is good. As you Google, it takes your systems, it gives your IP addresses, and of course, your location, and of course, your details you have to input in there. So whatever you search at that period, at that time, anywhere you do it, they will target you to market to you, which is good. So you can search for opportunities in job opportunities in cybersecurity, and a whole gamut of it will come up. Then you can choose which one you want. And why? The galore is, of course, the thrill of the chase, the way we chase each other. The black hackers, the black hat hackers, they are one step ahead all the time. So we now, the professionals as well, especially the white hat hackers, are always catching up. But now with everybody aware, we are teaching people of how to deny them of all those thrills and frills that they enjoy. I'm sure they know we're catching up. Then the continuous learning and growth. You cannot be an IT person or a cybersecurity professional and not learn every day. So every knowledge is very, very useful, but you have to keep abreast of whatever happens within your environment, in the cyberspace, and of course, in the IT world. Continuous learning is very, very important. The business aspect of cybersecurity. Well, the business aspect is for those who really want to go into it and make money out of it rather than being paid as a salary earner. Like me, I went into it again, not because I want to be paid, no, because I want to make an impact. I want to do more in the entrepreneurial world. So we have solutions that we have created. TopLogical UK has created two softwares, one to automate businesses for bloggers, writers, and of course, marketers, and it's called toolsit.ai. Then we have another one, which is meant to be kind of an online email marketing platform. It's called openmail.com. So that's also there. And we ensured all the security apparatus that we try to sell to other people is included. Again, back into Nigeria, I came to Nigeria about 2 weeks ago. We're setting up our office there. We have a tech hub here, and it's all about cybersecurity. And we want to see how we can help businesses, the financial institutions, help them with the cybersecurity solutions, packages to help them keep safe, keep customers and businesses information and data safe, and of course, help them with their resources to be able to keep them safe from ransomware people. So he says what you need to do. Like I said, you have to search online, see what you can get, and see which area you think you like, you want to be in. So the job opportunities galore. And the best part, the opportunities in cybersecurity are practically endless. Like I said earlier, it's open, it's an open field. From penetration testing, which is the main important one. This is important because it's like the foundation for everything. For example, to be able to know where vulnerabilities are in any infrastructure network, you need to do a pen test. And of course, apart from pen testing to check for vulnerabilities, we do pen testing on everything, anything before it is released. You see, when you create any software, any product, any item, you have to do testing within. You do beta testing, you penetrate testing to be sure no bugs, and to be sure it is going to do what it says it will do on the label. So penetration testing is important. So we have people who want to go into pen testing to be able to get into cybersecurity, you're getting to IT, which is a good one. And of course, like I said, from security analysis to ethical hacking. And ethical security analyst, just another one. All you need to do is gather information, gather data, and analyze it. So the data you're getting or gathering comes mainly sometimes from the penetration testing for you to be able to see areas that are vulnerable that you can plug and keep secure. So the analyst would do all that and make a report. So the ethical hackers, those are the white hat hackers. They are mostly in-house. If not in-house, it might be outsourced to people who the organization gives permission to do. Let's say, for example, you have to do a kind of a scenario. You create a scenario like, okay, let's say, for example, I am a black hat hacker from outside and I want to hack into this organization. How will I do it? What will I do? Will I use social engineering, technology or style or whatever? That's how it is done. So that's why they are called white hat hackers, because they reside in the organization or they are outsourced for, but the organization gives them permission to do what they are doing. Unlike the black hat hackers, they don't get permission. What they do is they hack into forcefully because they know this company's got money, just like they did the ransomware guy did for the NHS in England a few years ago. And of course, recently in Nigeria as well, this was covered up. Not many people knows about it. In the financial sector, some hackers did get into those banks and demanded for ransom. So that's the difference. I hope we understand that. The difference of the black hat hackers and the white hackers. The white get permission to do what they do. They are within part of this policy, but the black hackers are outsiders, bad people who want to wreak havoc, who want to cause a commotion or confusion where they don't. So yes. So well, let's just say that cybersecurity professionals are they are in high demand and are often handsomely rewarded for their expertise. You must be very, very good to be able to be called upon to come and do, because you have to find what is happening, where it's happening, how it happened, and of course, block it, remediate, make sure it doesn't happen again. No, it might happen again, but make sure you are a step ahead of what is happening. And of course, you safeguard and protect the organization's data, resources, and everything therein that you are supposed to protect. So the thrill of the chase, yes, but it's not just about the money, my friends. Cybersecurity is a field that's constantly evolving with new threats and challenges emerging every day. There is always new things. You know, if you remember, I mentioned that these people are always one step ahead, although we are catching up. So what happened before, there was no white hackers. Everybody, all the people that were hacking were outside trying to make money, cause havoc and wreckages here and there. But of course, now that the professionals have decided, oh no, they can not always be one step ahead. So let's play catch up, or let's be ahead of them for once. So people start to give, let's say, a retired black hat. Most of them have been black hat hackers before. They changed to be good. So, or some of them just studied to do that. From penetration testing, they grow into being a white hat hacker to help organizations to prevent all the bad things the bad guys are doing out there. And of course, outsmarting the bad guys and staying one step ahead of the curve. That's what the professionals in the cybersecurity space are doing. And let me tell you, the thrill of the chase is simply unparalleled. Why? Because we enjoy doing it, catching them. They want to run fast. We run faster than them. Before anything can happen, we sometimes help make things happen before they make it happen. Positively, I mean. Well, I hope I'm not too fast. Hello? Can I get this moment? Okay, full screen. All right. Yeah, why not? Let's see. Thank you. I think I saw that. So let's share.
We can't hear you again.
Oh, okay. I'm still live. I can hear. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna make it full screen. Full screen. Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Can you see it now? I'm using a laptop. I'm sorry. It's unlike. But can you see the screen?
Yeah,
You can see. All right. Thank you. So I think I stopped here. I can carry on there now. So now we talk about the continuous learning and growth. And the best part is cybersecurity is a field that demands continuous learning and growth. Why? Because you want to be abreast and you want to be updated with the latest technology, the latest times, and whatever is going on there, you want to know. So it's not good for you to be in that profession and don't know what has happened a few months, few weeks ago, or don't know what is happening in there. We are members of other associations. Like I'm part of the British Computer Society, and we have cybersecurity people in there as well, other IT people, and of course we have our hubs. We discuss, we talk, they share paper books and things that can keep you updated. So that's very, very important to continue learning so that you can grow in whatever you want to do. Oh no, I don't want this. I want it full screen. Why are you coming up? Okay. All right. So the next is, sorry, I'm not used to this small screen. I prefer my system. Oh, what happened? Am I still sharing? Yes, screen sharing. Yeah, okay. That's so. Don't know what's going on. I can't get the thing moving.
We can hear you, sir.
Yes, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm trying to share back.
We can see your screen.
You can still see my screen. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So next will be. Why is it not moving? It's not going. Oh, I think I need to just stop and share again. I don't know why it's not going. I just lost. Oh, what's going on here? All right, so share back. The screen is still on. All right, so the next one now is the business aspect of cybersecurity. Pardon me for that hic. Now, let's talk about the business aspect of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is not just about protecting systems, like we said earlier. It's about protecting the bottom line. And a strong cybersecurity strategy can save businesses millions of dollars or millions of naira in this case here in potential losses due to data breaches and cyber attacks. And according to a study by the McAfee people, who, of course, we all know they are the antivirus providers, and the Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS, the world economy loses more than $1 trillion each year due to cybercrime. We all know this, but some countries don't report it. The Western world, yeah, they do report. There's always the policy there that you have to report whatever happens. But in the Africa and of course part of the Asia, they don't report it. they probably downplay and fear of losing customers' trust, so they don't report it. And so we don't get the accurate data from this part of the world. This means that every business, regardless of size or industry, needs to prioritize cybersecurity to stay competitive and secure. So what do you need to do? What can you do to get into cybersecurity? Well, the first step is to recognize the risk, familiarize yourself with the terms like hacker, attacker, intruder, malicious codes, and vulnerabilities. Of course, those terms are there. It's been bandied around every now and then. People are getting to understand it. Then these terms are essential for understanding the threats you face and how to mitigate against them. Then next, start by learning the basics of cybersecurity. Understand the cyberspace. Understand that there's a dark web somewhere where people sell and buy other people's data, which is where it starts from, such as choosing strong password to protect yourself, aware of your environment and space, being wary of attachments in email, which social engineering is what people use now. They send some kind of email with fake email address, but because people always click here and there, you rarely notice. So some people will have clicked it, and as soon as you click it, phishing, it goes into your system, enters the infrastructure, the network is attacked, and of course, the deal is done. And ensure you back up your data every now and then. Then you can also start by taking online courses or certifications in cybersecurity, such as CompTIA, Security Plus, CISSP, or EC. So many of them. Please just Google and you get more information. Education and training. Education and training are crucial in cybersecurity. You don't need a degree to get to do it, but sometimes that helps. It's a kind of added advantage if you have a degree from a university. But most universities are academic, so the practical when you get to the master's level and all that. But there are some other organizations who provide trainings, just like Recruiting does, and they will give you practical aspect of it, so you understand what you're doing right from the get-go. So you need to stay up to date, just like we're talking about training, continuous training and education with the latest threats and technologies. This can be achieved through continuous learning, attending conferences, workshops, seminars like this, and of course, webinar and networking with other professionals in the field. Additionally, having a strong foundation in programming, networking, and data analysis can be highly beneficial. Not everybody will be a programmer, a coder, or a developer, but if you have strong foundation in IT or anything that you think relates to that aspect, if you love it, if you have the passion for it, please go for it. It's good and very rewarding because you do good things and you're happy that you have done very good things, warranting your pay for that day or for that month. So career paths in cybersecurity. We have few of them. I've mentioned few, and there are more than these. I just chose to highlight these small ones. I'm sure when you Google for more, you get a lot more listed out there on the Google space. So what are some career paths in cybersecurity? Well, here are a few examples. Penetration tester, a very, very foundational and basic. It tells you how, where, when, and what to do. You will test systems for vulnerabilities and help organizations improve their security posture. Not just for vulnerabilities, for organizations, you test how do I put it, items, equipment, even website apps before they get released into the public space. It has to get tested in-house before it is released. So penetration testers, they do that. There's a lot of jobs out there for penetration testers and they pay a lot. You can work as an agency. An agency means you don't have to work full-time for an organization. You can work for 5 organizations at the same time, which is WFH, working from home. You can sit in your home and work for 5 different organizations at different times from your work study at home as a penetration tester. You just bring their issues, you go online, you do your thing, and you're there. Also, incident responder. Incident responder, you will respond to and contain security breaches, ensuring minimal damage and rapid recovery. That is what you are, which means incidents will happen, then you can respond. But most of the time, if you're a penetration tester, you will see, then you can respond quickly. But now there's what we call RMM, which is remote thing, which is what we are bringing in now into Nigeria financial system and business sector. It's going to be remote. We can remotely monitor your system endpoint to endpoint. If you have 1,000 endpoints, our system from our dashboard, we will monitor everything they do, everything you do. First, there's one we call dark web ID. This is to scan every system within that infrastructure, all the endpoints within the infrastructure, to know where there's a leak of your data or information or emails, addresses, anywhere in the dark web. So when we get that, we remediate immediately, we block it, we do what we have to do, then we report to you. So incident responder is one of those, but we can do it remotely now. That is what we do. Then security analyst, like I mentioned earlier, all you need to do is get data. You work on the data that the organization has got, maybe past data, and of course current data, and you analyze it for security breaches or most likely things that can happen. Then you can quickly report, and of course they stop it. The ethical hacker, I'm sure you must have heard this several times in the while we started. They are the white hat hackers. They are the ones that the organization give permission to do on their behalf what the hackers from outside, the black hat hackers, would do to harm the organization. So you will do what you think they will do. For example, well, let's say we have a bank here now, and of course we've got strong rooms. We have somebody in-house we call in-house armed robber. So you have to do like, okay, if an armed robber is coming into this place, how would they do it? So that is what the ethical hackers are, white hat hackers. That's what they do internally, because we give them permission to say, try this, see what will happen if they do it this way, if they're able to get in or not. So find a way. If you're able to get into the system, into the infrastructure, then find a way to block it before other people notice and they can do it themselves. Then, as a cybersecurity consultant, which is what we do, of course, we will advise organizations on how to improve their cybersecurity posture and implement effective security measures. Tell them, this is what you need. This is what we'll find out. This is how we can get it done for you. We can remediate before you even get to know about it. Then we report to you. So that's career paths in cybersecurity. It's more than this. This is just the short ones, which I think you can start with. But others, please, quickly, you can Google them. Job availability and growth. Well, now let's talk about job availability and growth. We all know we have to Google as well again. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, now I'm quoting the UK and the US, the demand for information security analysts is expected to grow 31% from 2020. It's been growing to 2030, which is a 10-year plan, which means it's going to go faster, and it's been going faster from 2022. It's the rate at which it's growing is more than what is expected, because everybody is now more aware about the environment, about the cyberspace, about the problem the hackers are causing, and of course, the malware on all these people that wants to cause havoc to businesses, to data and everything. That's why every government is trying to make sure that people are compliant, companies, financial sector are compliant to protect customers' data, and of course to protect resources. It's not that the cache is there that they'll hack into it and take cash. No, they'll hack in, block you, make sure you are unable to access whatever you have as resources there, and they demand for ransom. That's why it's called ransomware. So when they demand for ransom, when you pay them, then they release. But sometimes they don't release it, because that's why we say people who take you on ransom, they always come back. They don't give up. So, but because we have professionals in the cybersecurity world, the white hat hackers, they do what they have to do to make sure they block all those things that the people have done to cause havoc. So probably not paying any money to them, but you have to secure your data and resources, most which are now in the cloud. That's job availability and growth for you. Now, protecting Nigerians' digital future. Let's come back home now. Therefore, I can say with all humility and sincerity that cybersecurity is the digital armor that shields our increasingly connected world, and Nigeria is no exception. In fact, as the most populous country in Africa, Nigeria faces a unique set of cybersecurity challenges and opportunities that are ripe for the taking. And trust me, these opportunities are as juicy as a freshly grilled suya, which is the aroma, of course, will invite you that the malam is there to where you can buy suya. What that means is that because we are so much, very much populated, and of course, because we are ever-growing, how do I put it? Yes, the sector is ever-growing. Apart from technology, the businesses are growing, the economy is growing, and a whole lot of things is happening. Everybody, some people want to take advantage, but some people want to do the good things. So, but those that want to take advantage are more than those that want to do the good. So we have to find a way to protect Nigeria. I was just talking with somebody, one of my partners in the UK, on the phone earlier today at a meeting, and we're talking about point of sales, POS frauds that are happening now. People are not supposed to handle your card to make a payment for you. People are not supposed to handle your card to insert into the POS before they can pay. You can pay them or take money from you or exchange money from you. Ordinary NFC technology will help that. Just tap your card, and of course go. Yeah, we understand is the technology, the communication technology here is not that great. So the network flies in and out. And of course, it's hard for people to make such payment, but it can happen. So we have to make it happen. So Nigeria as a whole needs protected digitally from those bad people. And that is why for people like you who wants to move into cybersecurity, please think ahead, be proactive, look at what you can do to beat all these bad guys, to improve what is on ground, to do better than what we have now, and make Nigeria cyberspace safe. It's be good for you. Well, in conclusion, so if you're looking for a career that's exciting, rewarding, I don't need to mention this several times, but I'm sure you understand the passion in there for me, which is why I want other people in as well. It's not all about me, it's about the profession, and it's about the good thing we need to do and we all want to do. It's rewarding and constantly evolving. There is no dull moment in cybersecurity. So then cybersecurity might just be the perfect thing for you if you yourself, you are passionate and you want to be in the right opportunities. So it's a field that's ripe with opportunities. And the only question is, are you ready to embrace the cybersecurity adventure? It's an adventure because when you get into it, there's no day as the same. What you see today, what you fight today may not be what you're going to fight tomorrow. So what you fought yesterday is different to what you're fighting today. So luckily, Nigeria is getting to that space. And of course, the adventure continues. We all have to enjoy it. So my friends, the opportunities in cybersecurity are as vast as the Nigerian sky, very wide. Whether you're a tech-savvy youth, a seasoned professional, or a policymaker, the time is ripe to dive into the world of cybersecurity and help shape Nigeria's digital destiny so that people will see us more than the 419 they have labeled us. Because everybody in Nigeria now is a Yahoo man. When you use a Nigerian passport, they set you aside in overseas, search you differently, look at you differently, because they think we're all 419s and we're all Yahoo boys. The Yahoo got into the dictionary because of Nigeria. Yahoo is a company we all know, but it is not what our people are using it for. Everybody wants to make money fast as possible, and that's why they go into hacking. That's why they go into Yahoo or 419, which they do. But if you want to go into this space, into these opportunities in cybersecurity, is wide, is vast, is open. You can make a whole lot of more money, but it is not the money you make overnight. You do good and you reap from the goodness that you do. That's why cybersecurity is a very wide space, and of course, a better place to be if you want to be. So who knows? If you do well, you want to be part of this, you might just become the next cyber superhero of Nigerian hood. That's how I put it. Why? Because if you join us to fight all these bad guys, then you would have become a cyber security hero. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your patience with all the hiccups that we had earlier. Any question?
Okay, thank you so much, sir. We've really learned a lot from this. So please, if you have any question, could you drop it in the chat box so you could answer them?
Yep. Oh, let me see. Do we have
Okay.
chat?
So as they're waiting, I actually have a question.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are the most critical steps one should take to protect personal data and privacy online? You know,
Well,
everything we're feeling online,
yes.
all our data is online, even on social media. As far as we're on the internet, your data is out there. So are there some
Yes.
strategies or things we have to put in place to
Well,
protect our data?
definitely. Number one, the best one is don't even go there, but you can't afford not to go there. You can't afford not to be on social media. You can't afford not to do emails. You can't afford not to make phone calls or buy things online. But the only thing you can do is start with a very powerful password. If you have 10 emails, make sure you have different password for each email. If you have 10 accounts or social media, make sure you have different accounts for Facebook, Instagram, all the social medias. The passwords must be different. Don't use password 123. Don't use tag. No, make sure you differentiate every password from every account you open anywhere. There's no way we can afford not to. If you can avoid it, not to be on social media, that's fine. Okay, for example, my wife is not on Facebook. It's not that she can't operate it, but she doesn't want all those. Yeah. Sometimes when you talk in the house, maybe you discuss, oh, and I want this thing. Oh, I like to buy this. I'm telling you, in 3 days' time, they will start to send you adverts relating to that thing you have just discussed. Why? Because of the Internet of Things. Everything in our homes now are recording whatever we do. So the best way to protect yourself, number one, I won't say strong, stronger passwords. Number two, different passwords for different accounts. Number three, don't repeat the passwords. I hope that's clear. Then again, anything you did not solicit for example, somebody send you a text and you don't know about it, don't click the link there. Somebody send you an email. First, go to the email address bar. Some emails, they will tell, some people will say, let's say, for example, you bought things in Amazon a few days ago, a few weeks ago, and somebody now send you an Amazon email telling you, oh, you have won this because you bought this. And the email address is not just amazon.com or .uk or .nigeria, and it says amazon.123.yz. That's fake. Don't click it. So make sure you are aware. Read first before you do. Read the email bar address. Check that is genuine. Don't just click any link. If you have not solicited for anything at all, don't go in. If anybody send me any email and it is not someone I've been dealing with, it goes into my junk. I set that parameters. But if somebody, I see a link in email or text messages, I just delete it. If it's important, whoever does that or whoever sent it will resend it. So that's what I do. So the best and the basic is, please use a very stronger password And you know, we are lucky. In Nigeria, we have different languages. What I do, the password that I use, I use names like I can use Shango, at Shango. No, but it's before you know that it is Shango that I'm writing, it's hard. You have to take your time to decipher it. Yeah, they have machines now that they use to just decipher the codes, but make sure you do it stronger to prevent anything that can make it easily accessible. Any other question, please?
Thank you so much, sir. I think I have to adjust because I actually have the same password for most things, so I don't
What?
forget.
Please don't do that. When you get home today,
Okay.
change your password. You can don't use your names, your children's name, or anybody's date of birth or anything.
I mean, it's something no one can guess, actually.
Good.
It's random.
If it's random, it's good. Make sure it's stronger. Then password, before they say make it 6, people, they crack it. Make it 8, they cracked it. Now make it 12. Sometimes I make mine 16. Sometimes it can be just 5 or 6. But what is in there, whoever wants to crack it will spend more than 3 months to do that, because nobody knows what I'm thinking when I'm doing it.
Okay, thank you so much. So there's a question in the chat box. The person asked, what would you advise someone who wants to start from the scratch? Where and what to learn? Like a roadmap.
Oh, yes, okay. To start from the scratch, like I said earlier, you need to start learning about IT. If you want to be a cybersecurity expert or professional, you can start with penetration testing. There are so many private organizations today that are doing that. But if you don't know anything about IT at all, you need what we call IT driving license. So that is IDL. IT driving license means you have to learn the basic normal IT thing, how to operate computer, how to do this and that. Then you cannot go, because by the time that you go into the lectures for penetration testing or anything within IT, and you don't understand those the jargons, we call it jargons, that they talk about, you'll be lost. But get familiar first with IDL, which is the IT, internet driving license, computer driving license, CDL, computer driving license, that will give you some kind of a little understanding, so that by the time you get into it fully, you know what they're talking about. You can relate. Oh yeah, I had that. Oh yeah, I know that. But everything now you can get from YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in any course or anything you want to learn about, and it will come up. So start from there, watch videos, read, and of course you can get into the profession. Then if you want to go to university to do it, it's good. We have so many postgraduate studies in IT now, especially cybersecurity. That became a different model entirely, which is good as well.
All right, David, I hope that answers your question. And for the next question, it's actually relating. It asked
Okay.
if there are courses on Udemy or Coursera that one could take. So I
Of
think
course.
you answered that, but if you want to talk more on that.
Yes, Udemy and Coursera, yeah, they're very good platform, and you have all these courses there which you can do for a fee. Of course, you have to pay, but if you don't have much cash to do to send around, go to YouTube first. Type in cybersecurity. There's a guy on YouTube. He has these videos. Some videos are over 5 hours. Some videos are part 1, part 2, part 3. It helps. All you need to do is just listen to what he does, how he does it. You can put it on while you're in the kitchen doing anything, or folding clothes in the room, and you start listening. Just listening, you grab the terms, terminologies, then you understand. Then when you get to certain, they start from the basic for non-IT people, not techie people. We call it dummy users. Then from there, you can grow into more technical jargons and languages, then you understand it. If you go to YouTube, you won't have to spend money for Coursera or Udemy. But by the time you think, oh, I'm okay now from YouTube, I need certification, then you can go on Udemy and Coursera.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Are there any other questions from the audience? Please drop that in the chat box. Yeah. Okay.
The last one was the Demi and the Coursera, I think.
All right. Let me ask one question. So how can individuals and small businesses enhance their cybersecurity posture on a limited budget?
Okay, well, I don't want to be greedy here. That's what we do. I'm a consultant. I can offer that behind the scene. Just tell me what you have right presently, and I'll tell you what you need. Then if what I have, the solutions I have fit what you need, of course, we can say, I have a combo. When I say a combo, the combo we have covers everything from in cybersecurity up to governance and compliance. But if you think, no, I just want data protection, yeah, we can take you with data protection. And of course, you just pay for the data protection. But just be aware that if you get just data protection alone, you're leaving other areas vulnerable. So the check we are supposed to be checking, we call it 365. Let me quickly show you this card. This is my, if you, I don't know if you can see it, it says protect, secure 365. Every minute matters. That's our logo. Every minute matters. So secure 365, which means everything that is supposed to be taken care of within your infrastructure network is taken care of remotely. We monitor, you go to sleep, we do it 24/7, 365. So, and if whatever you think, okay, I don't want this, I only want this, we can even tailor it to you to say, well, what we see that you have now is this. We can give you this to help you further. You don't have to have everything we have to reduce cost. So we can tailor to your needs. That's what I'll say. Of course, the cost won't be too much if it's single or double or just few of the solutions that we have. Oh, there's another question there that says, what are the most common cybersecurity threats that individuals face today? Well, it's social engineering, phishing, malware, and what they do is, I think I mentioned earlier, they send emails to your email addresses. They get those emails from the dark web, or they can get it from anywhere. They can scrap it from the web. If you have Google, if you have Gmail and all that, that's why it's good to have, if you're a business, you need to have a professional email address, which your SMTP, POP, EMAP, and other handles. And if you have 365, which is Windows, then it's professional as well. But having a generic email, Google, Yahoo, AOL, all these people go online to scrap the system and of course get everybody's email. It is sold here. You can get it, you can buy anywhere, from anywhere. So then they will now send phishing emails. We call it phishing because it kind of throwing net. And when they throw, let's say they throw like 1 million or 1,000, you can bet that about 10, 5, 10, 15% will come back clicked. People will click on it. People that don't read it before they do. Some people just see emails. Oh, okay. That's why I said earlier, if you did not solicit for anything and you receive it, don't click it. Now that I know I'm dealing with Kriting, if I see any email from Kriting, I will first of all look at the email address and be sure it is what we're discussing about. Suppose I know them and they have not written me before, I have not written them before, and they send me an email, I'll be thinking, where is this coming from? So I won't click it. So that's part of the thing. So we do training for people as well. We do training for styles for individuals or corporations, and of course, just to help them to understand that this space is open and wide, and this space can be very, very, very dangerous. So I'll say what people, individuals face now is phishing and malware, and of course, social engineering, it is what they use to get to people.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for that answer. I'm sure he answered that properly and you're cleared. If there's anyone else that has any question, from me, I'm actually clarified and I appreciate being in this class today. So I'll take note of password and clicking on random links.
Exactly, it's important.
Yes, because nowadays I get links. I recently clicked on one, not recently, like last year, and immediately I noticed someone was sending random messages to all my followers on Twitter
See?
to click on the same link. And I think I was fast enough. You had to change the password
Oh, good.
immediately, and that worked.
That helps.
So
Yeah,
thank you so much for this. We
thank
really
God.
appreciate it. I would love to do this again with you, sir.
Well, I'm
It's
still in town. I'm still in town for the next 3 weeks. Yeah, I'll go back in August, but from there we can do it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
All right. All right. Have a nice day, sir.
You too. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Bye.
All right.
Bye. Thank you for that beautiful lecture.
Bye. Thank you.